Hello, property nomads. Hope you're doing well. Just a quick favour to ask before we do this video, and that is if you could please subscribe to the Property Nomads YouTube channel. That'd be fantastic. We've noticed that the channel's been growing quite well since we started doing these messages in every video, and it's a big thank you to you for recommending the videos and the content to as many people as possible, and also for subscribing. So if you could do us a small favour, please, and that's to go and subscribe to the channel, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for doing that. Now, we've had a lot of issues with councils. I'm sure if you're familiar with the channel, you know that councils are probably not my favourite thing in the world, and this is quite it's quite a sad story. It's also laughable depending on what way you want to look at it. And basically what's happened here in Northamptonshire is the council has consulted the wrong homeowners before building a 60-foot warehouse right behind their back gardens, which of course I understand would leave a lot of people upset, distressed and whatnot by this. But let's go over to this article now. So here we are. So on msn.com, it's come via the Eye paper here in the UK. So yeah, the council consulted the wrong homeowners before building a 60-foot warehouse on the doorstep, and residents are saying that they've got sleepless nights, and this monstrosity of a building is being built, by their back gardens, and all because the council mistakenly consulted the wrong street before developing. So what's happened is in this case, Northamptonshire Council consulted the wrong residents, and as a result of that, as you can see from the photo, this factory is now being built, and it looks like, certainly from a viewpoint of view, that is right outside various people's back gardens, which is what we like to call no bueno in this situation. Now, I don't know exactly what has happened and what has not happened, so I'm not going to just point fingers for the sake of pointing fingers. But the infuriating thing about this is that it seems that no one here wants to take responsibility for this. And I think this is why people have a lot of issues with people in general, certainly when it comes down to councils and things like that. So the local Labour councillor said that he had, and I quote, no complaints during the consultation period. He said that normally in consultation, what happens is people send me letters, but no one had been sending letters. Next thing we knew, building work had been started, and these people are furious. Well, rightly so, because if you've ended up consulting the wrong street, then, of course these people are going to be furious. I'd be furious if I wasn't consulted, or the wrong street got consulted, and next thing I know, I had a warehouse being built at the back of my garden. I think I'd be furious as well. People, again, the article goes through stories, people saying, oh, metalwork was being put up, and then we noticed it was getting further and further until it was directly behind our gardens. And people saying, I've got autistic sons, and he's petrified, and I've got some sympathy with that, being having autism as well. So I completely understand that point of view, because that can affect us in all different ways, especially as he's one of those that doesn't like enclosed spaces. So having that encroach on your back garden is going to be an absolute pain in the backside. And then people saying, my mental health is suffering, I'm getting stressed and all these sleepless nights. And you can see on the YouTube video here, here's the nice road, and then all of a sudden you've got a relatively nice new modern looking estate, and then all of a sudden you've got this big factory right behind, all because the wrong street has been constructed. So yeah, in a nutshell, the council went to Hubble Road, which is apparently a street near another site, rather than going to Hook Close, which is where these people live, and all of a sudden this is the scenario that you've got. So look, I understand people are going to be furious and people are going to take action, but I think the thing that bugs me here is that if they have consulted the wrong people and they've gone to the wrong street, someone just accept that that's a fact, please. from the council, just accept that if that has happened, just accept it. Okay, we all make mistakes. Yeah, there's going to be, I would imagine, there's going to be all sorts of financial implications. And I'll leave that for the silver-tongued people out there about how they work that out. And we all make mistakes, we're all human. But I think what's not going to help these people at all is it's been and done. Thing look like it's close to being completed, or certainly the framework of it for the video and what we've just seen, it looks like it's completely done. But no one seems to be taking any responsibility for the council to say, hands up, actually, do you know what, we cocked up here big time. We've really messed up here. What are we going to do to help solve this? What are we going to do to make our systems better? And what can we do to make people's lives better and ensure that these things don't happen again? But it seems that, no one seems to be sort of, no one's taking responsibility. And I think that's the frustrating and sad thing from that. I mean, you have at the bottom of the article, councillor come out and said, oh, we understand the frustration and we understand this, and we apologise for what's happening. But yet, again, saying I'm sorry for something and not really coming up with a solution is really not going to help those people. And again, it's funny and sad because you look at it from the outside and you go, that's just completely daft. How can it happen? But at the same time, I wouldn't want to be in those people's situations, because I can imagine that's incredibly distressing. But councils, please just take some responsibility. And we've done all these videos on inefficiency of councils and all that sort of stuff. And this really is not going to help at all moving forward. It's an absolute shambles. And to turn around and say, well, it's a lawful notice because it's been placed and a press advert is published and we followed those protocols. Yeah, but you follow them for the wrong street. So it's a bit different, isn't it? Take some responsibility. It's really damning indictment nowadays. It really, really is. And of course, welcome to the UK. This is the sort of stuff that happens and it's unacceptable. And again, as I said at the start, we all make mistakes. It happens. Just hold your hands up in a minute and then solve it, rather than sort of running around all your red tape and bureaucratic processes. These people are probably going to be left with, I imagine, homes that are probably going to be devalued or certainly less desirable to live in moving forwards as a result of having a 60-foot warehouse right at the back of your back garden. Goodbye privacy. So apologies. I've got nothing to do with it, but I apologise to those people nonetheless. Loads more to come up about councils, green pledges, all the crazy, wacky stuff that's happening in the world. Thank you for subscribing to Property Nomads. See you in the next video.